a lot of good stuff in this movie, and I went hard on it.
See, 8.5.
No, definitely not.
8.5.
Definitely not.
It's a good movie.
There's good stuff about it, but
one of the questions I wanted to ask was, if this came out before The Dark Knight,
Exactly.
do you think people would have appreciated it?
Oh,
more?
100%. Because I think the comparisons do it no service because it shares a lot of the same DNA, the same feelings, but it does, I think, everything to a less good point.
It's unanimous. Yeah. Dark Knight's obviously better. It's like, I think it probably... Is it better than Batman Begins?
I
don't
think it
so.
is. I gave it a lower score, but I think Dark Knight is the better movie overall. It's certainly the most impactful of the trilogy.
Is Rises better than Begins?
No,
Batman Begins is
I
better.
agree. It's not. Rises. There's just too much going on.
Yeah.
Do you think, what would have been like if Rises... I mean, this doesn't make any sense. It's so hypothetical. But if, let's say Rises was the sequel, it would have been good enough to make a third.
Yeah.
They still would have made the next one.
Yep.
And then the movies would have got just better and better and better.
Yeah. I think that like if they made a fourth, they could have totally made a good movie. Like it doesn't feel like they burnt out the franchise in a way where I'm like, I don't want any
No,
more
it's because
Batman.
Nolan is talented and can do other movies.
Yeah.
He didn't even plan to make a trilogy. When they made one, they just thought it was going to be one, and that's it. And then they're like, do you want to make a second one? Because even though the first one ends with that cliffhanger of like, the Joker card is revealed,
But-
that was just like a fan service, like
Yeah.
open-ended, cool, now Batman's world exists.
Yeah.
They didn't plan to make
the
that.
Joker
Then they
movie.
kind of had to, and they had to have the Joker. And then
Yeah.
even when they did that, they didn't plan to make a third one.
Honestly, I feel like Dark Knight Rises would have been great as like a Batman TV show.
I agreed.
Because I think one of the things that it suffers from, like we've talked about that, we talked about this in the podcast, is that he just tried to do too many things, and we're like, oh, I would have loved to see an exploration of this ideology and this characterization of this character
Yeah.
arc. I would have loved to see them do more with Bane and not kill him off. It's like
It's
you
like
can-
it has to either be half an hour longer or half an hour shorter.
Totally,
you're
100%.
trying to get across a time span of like 5 months
Yeah.
and like a whole city overturning itself
Yeah.
in one movie, and it's just
doesn't
hard.
quite
Christopher Nolan, can you try to do like a more grounded, just like a simple? I haven't seen Tenet, and I know
It's
that
not
Tenet's
simple.
not that. I guess Dunkirk is like a little more of a grounded story,
It's grounded for sure.
but like
I still think it's his best movie.
I want him to make like I don't know, like a Memento or something, where it's like there isn't 20,000 things going on. There's a few things going on.
But
There's
they
a
do
lot
it
of moving
so
parts,
well.
but it's
Yeah.
tight. Make a tight movie
yeah,
again.
I want some tight Nolan.
Yeah,
Give me some
yeah.
tight.
Give us a tight. Nolan, give us the tight
Nolan.
stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't Denis Villeneuve say he's going to do that after doing Blade Runner and then Dune? He's like, yeah, my next movie is going to be,
I'm down.
gonna be
I
like
think
4 people in it.
I'm super down for that. I think like it's important for directors to stay in touch with the human side. And like, I know I am an outspoken Nolan critic, and I think his worst movies fail to have the human factor.
It feels you feel his fingers on it a bit too much.
Yeah, it
where
doesn't
you're
feel like people-
Nolan is trying to play with his toys.
It's exactly. It's like it's a filmmaker crafting something. It's not like these people experiencing this journey. And I
Yeah.
think that's totally fine because it allows him this ability to make these really interesting concepts and interesting movies. But I like it when a director has both.